What is going on, everybody? Vitaliy Dubinin is here, and welcome to another episode of today's in Crypto Show. I first of all would like to congratulate all the women out there with the International Women's Day. We truly love you, adore you, and cherish you. And really, without women, the world would not exist as we know it. So on behalf of all the men, I want to say thank you. We appreciate you, and keep sending this positive feminine energy into the world. Now today, of course, we'll be talking about Bitcoin and crypto and where the prices are going, the balance on exchanges, and we're talking about the implication of what will happen if Russia, that is threatening to cut off the natural gas to Europe, what will happen to the price of oil. It's an interesting week with the administration of Biden is actually saying they are going to regulate crypto. So there's a lot of uncertainty hanging on right now in the air. This is the 13th day of war in Ukraine with over 12,000 Russian soldiers that were killed because of the invasion, and of course 1.7 million refugees of Ukraine, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what's going on. So let's get started, guys. We are seeing the markets today are up 2%. We are seeing that I told you yesterday, guys, we just dipped below this golden zone right here on this chart with the Gaussian channel on the 5-day, and this has been historically the best opportunities to buy. So we did not dip for a long time. As you can see, we are already above the channel right now, struggling with the $39,000. We still have a couple of important levels to look for. The $34,000 is our support, of course, but $45,000 we have a big resistance that you can see is right here and right here. The double resistant pattern around $45,000, a strong resistance level that we need to overcome, but we have a long way to go, right? So anyway, what we are seeing right now, a couple of things. First of all, as Bitcoin edges towards its support, 34 to 36,000, more is being bought with the sideline stablecoin supply. This is served as a strong bottom indicator in the past. Capital is flowing into Bitcoin, and you can see by this chart that whenever we hit those low levels on the stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator, we have seen big moves in the price of Bitcoin. So there's a little bit of hopium for you guys, at least in the short term. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. In the long term, the question is where Bitcoin is going. Like on the long term, I have no doubt where it's going, above $100,000 and $200,000 towards $500,000. But in the short term, there is going to be a lot of volatility. So this is our channel of support and resistance, right? 34 to 36,000 support and 43 to $45,000 resistance. And you can see the retail investors now hold an all-time high of $29.7 billion worth of Bitcoin, according to the insight firm Into the Blog, which is a lot. There is a lot of hodl wave. A lot of people are holding. They're not interested in selling their Bitcoin, and this is the area of buying zone, not selling zone. The total exchange Bitcoin inflows have been net negative since July 2021, and the majority of exchanges, apart from Binance, Bitfinex, Bittrex, and FTX, that had positive Bitcoin inflows, the overall balance on all exchanges is negative, going from the 31st of July 2021. You can see after this major correction that we have seen last summer in the price of Bitcoin, we did have a decrease of 253,000 Bitcoin across all exchanges, 14.4%, which essentially means that this is the trend that this is going. Bitcoin is flowing out of the exchanges and into the self-custody wallets of the users, which means overall it's a good trend. It's a really good trend, and that will create less selling pressure on the price of Bitcoin. We're seeing Ethereum layer 2 solutions are really ramping up. One of them is going live called the Starknet, and it is set to decrease the gas fees for Ethereum by 100 times and move into a vision more closely of 5 cents per transaction on the Ethereum network. You know, those high fees has long been the source of frustration for Ethereum users, but a series of so-called layer 2 innovations have begun to offer a fix, the latest in the form of Starknet, which is now integrated into crypto infrastructure. So that's a good thing. Starknet described its gas fees as 100 times lower than transactions on the Ethereum base level. We are seeing the Hive blockchain is expanding, buying a lot of ASIC chips for the Intel, and is expecting to increase the aggregate Bitcoin mining hash rate by 2 times, from 1.9 to 3.8 exahashes per second. And it comes in line with all of the trend by the end of 2022 to significantly increase the mining hash power on the Bitcoin blockchain to further secure the strength of the Bitcoin blockchain. Bitcoin price rejection $39,000 because of the mounting regulatory concern. Thank the price again. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty about what Biden administration is going to do with the crypto regulation. Like, it's not coming today or tomorrow, but the president has order and signed an executive order to go and outline the government strategy for cryptocurrency, which may be or may not be a good thing for the crypto. So we'll need to see what exactly those orders are going to be. Now, talking about the implication of war, and it's been very important, this natural gas coming to Europe via Nord Stream 1. As you know, Nord Stream 2 pipeline has been cut off and a lot of sanctions has been imposed, making Russia so severe. There's never been so many sanctions imposed on a country ever in the history. So Russia tops it off. And it is threatening the world to retaliate with its Nord Stream 1 pipeline, which is a huge source working on 100% capacity to provide natural gas to Europe. And a lot of Europe is relying on this gas. So cutting off this pipeline will create some energy crisis in Europe. So this reliance on oil and on gas on Russia has been really something that the world is discussing, how they can remove their reliance. And if that would happen, the catastrophic consequences to the world market would cause the prices for a barrel of oil to rise to $300. You know, that would mean that the prices of everything is going to accelerate and going to go up. And we already see the national average for a gallon of gas tops $4, the highest price at the pump since 2008, and is expected to go even higher than this. And on top of that, what we are seeing is China has been reluctant to really condemn Russia for what it's doing, as China calls Russia its chief strategic partner despite the war. So we can see what's the forces are on a global scale right now, and the alliances that are forming. China and Russia alliance is pretty strong, as they call them their essentially most crucial bilateral relationships in the world. And those are two big giant empires. You know, the friendship between the two peoples is ironclad. Russia said it endorses China's view of self-governing in Taiwan as an inalienable part of China and opposes any forms of independence of Taiwan. So we are seeing this type of collaboration happening between China and Russia. Chinese state-controlled media have been told to post only pro-Russian content and to censor anti-Russian or pro-Western views according to a copy of instructions. So it further alienates Russia and China from the rest of the world, as China is potentially preparing to invade Taiwan and saying that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China, right? The stock market keeps falling, of course. We may expect it to go further as the stock market has been overly inflated, and as the prices of everything going up and the inflation and the interest rate goes up, we can expect the stock market to not perform well. And with a high correlation of the stock market and the crypto market, we might see potentially having an effect in the crypto market, but maybe finally crypto will decouple from the stock market. Even if it goes down, more money will flow into crypto as a safe haven, as it is. So yeah, a lot is going on right now in the week. The Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary says he's working with U.S. senators to pass crypto-friendly policies. So again, this can only be a good thing. And looking at the expansion of the crypto jobs, look at so many companies are hiring for crypto jobs. NFL and Nike and Hulu and Visa and Meta and Apple, Disney, PayPal, Google, Fidelity, Amazon, Microsoft, MasterCard, JP Morgan, all of these companies are hiring more people for crypto jobs. Interesting, right? The sanctions, as you know, has been nothing short of spectacular on Russia, as Visa, MasterCard suspending operation in Russia, and Russians are seeking to align with Chinese there you go, with the Chinese company UnionPay for the payment system. And finally, NFT platform Immutable raises $200 million at $2.5 billion valuation. This is an NFT platform. You might want to check them out. They have been growing. And essentially, it's a first layer 2 for NFTs on Ethereum, making it cheaper to buy NFT on the Ethereum network. And CVS Pharmacy filing trademark for its pharmacy and health clinics in the metaverse. So interesting development. It seems like more and more companies are planting their flag into the metaverse, putting investments, buying virtual land, and filing trademarks in the metaverse. And I want to close off and say that it is really juicy still, the price that you can get into this. The number one Binance Smart Chain DeFi application staking platform, the Drip Network, with its price currently at $60 and nearly 55,000 approximately Drip in the available supply. It'll be a good timing to get in, and you can learn how to do that by going to deflationarydailyroi.com. Watch the webinar, learn how it works, educate yourself, and you can enjoy what I believe is a huge run-up in 2022 as the top DeFi project. All right, so with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Go and celebrate with your loved ones, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Today in Crypto Show.